हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आई एम आरजे राजीव फ्रॉम द सुनो ऑडियो प्लेटफॉर्म हियर इन वॉशिंगटन डीसी। और आज की इस प्यारी सी दोपहर को, जहाँ बहुत ही प्यारी धूप निकली हुई है बाहर, मैं यहाँ अंदर बैठा हूँ अपने स्टूडियो में, वेलकमिंग माय गेस्ट टुडे संगीता नारायण हियर फ्रॉम मैरीलैंड। और संगीता से गुफ्तगू करने का पूरा ख्याल इसलिए आया क्योंकि उन्होंने अभी-अभी कुछ महीने पहले अपनी एक किताब पब्लिश की है, आलू पराठा का नाम है उसका, अमेज़न में अवेलेबल भी है। और उनके काफ़ी फ़ेसबुक में मैं उनकी राइटिंग्स देखता रहता हूँ, हर दूसरे दिन कोई ना कोई मोटिवेशनल राइटिंग आती है फ़ेसबुक पे। तो मैंने सोचा क्यों ना संगीता को बुलाया जाए, उनसे बातें की जाए, उनसे पता किया जाए कि उनकी मोटिवेशन कहाँ से आती है। और एक सेकंड संगीता, अ, ऑडियंस चेंज कर दूँ फॉर सम रीज़न। ये फ़ेसबुक के चैलेंजेस चलते रहते हैं।
बिल्कुल।
तो संगीता के साथ आज हम बातें करेंगे उनकी राइटिंग जर्नी के बारे में। एंड संगीता इज आल्सो अ वंडरफुल सिंगर विद अ वेरी मेलोडियस वॉइस।
थैंक
एंड
यू।
उनसे मैं दरखास्त करूंगा कि कुछ गाने अगर हमारे सुनने वालों के साथ शेयर कर पाए तो वो भी बहुत अच्छा रहेगा। पर सबसे पहले उनकी राइटिंग के ऊपर बातें करते हैं, उनके पब्लिशिंग सफर के ऊपर बातें करते हैं। तो सबसे पहले कांग्रेचुलेशन संगीता ऑन द पब्लिकेशन ऑफ योर बुक आलू पराठा।
थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू सो मच। बहुत ही इट हैज़ बीन अ वेरी एक्साइटिंग जर्नी। इट्स बीन 1 ईयर एक्चुअली। 1 साल हो गया
वाह, वाह।
पब्लिश होके एग्ज़ैक्टली। आई रिसेंटली सेलिब्रेटेड माय फर्स्ट बर्थडे ऑफ माय बुक आल्सो। सो
वाह,
इट्स प्रीटी कूल या।
कांग्रेचुलेशन। ऐसा लगता है कि कल की ही बात है।
आई नो राइट। अभी ऐसे लग रहा अभी मैं बैठी थी विद अदिति एंड वी वर प्लानिंग थिंग्स एंड वी वर एडिटिंग एंड वी वर गोइंग ओवर सो मेनी डिफरेंट थिंग्स। बहुत कुछ लाइक इट्स अ होल प्रोसेस दैट वी वेंट थ्रू।
So I want to understand everything about it, but first tell me, where does your inspiration of the writing or that education or the journey of the writing comes from?
My kids.
Huh?
So they were my first, like in fact after my daughter was born is when I really actually went into this field. Like I did a couple of courses on children's literature, and I gravitate towards that age group, like preschool, kindergarten, that up to first second grade. My natural writing gravitates towards that age group. So I started, once I did the courses, like it just kind of took off. I started writing more and more stories. And then I used to also be a part of, अब तब सुलेखा का एक blog होता हुआ करता था, like अभी भी है but it is not that active. But
Hmm.
back then there was a very active group of Sulekha blog. So वहाँ, like I wrote so many stories and I got so many feedbacks, and that's where the writing journey kicked in really for me.
Oh, okay. That's very interesting to know that what you just mentioned about it, because uh, maybe I'm just saying this on the show today. Maybe you'll remember it that Rajiv shared this on the show. I've been thinking about starting a blog like that for the upcoming writers, and not just writing short stories or novels or things like that, but a lot of inspirational and motivational writing happens across the board, right? So I know
Yes.
I've seen your writing also, which are excerpts from spreading positivity, spreading happiness, sharing the thoughts to grow as a human being, and all those kind of things. So on my platform, apnicommunity.com, I want to start that kind of a blog where people can come and share those
I
positive.
will be the first one to join because I love the concept, the community, the idea of community. Because Sulekha, when I was there, we had such a strong network of writers there. And
Hmm.
we used to like give feedback, and we used to like unka koi blog nikalta tha, we would comment, and mera kuch nikalta tha, they would comment. So that interaction is very important because writing by nature is a very lonely profession. आप
Hmm.
अकेले ही बैठ के ये करते रहते हो, so you need that circle of community around you. You need more like minded people like you who think like that and who write like that. So that would be an awesome addition.
Yep, I'll plan to do that, and maybe I can give the credit to this particular program. कि इस program से वो idea निकला हमारे लिए.
Yes.
So every morning when you get up, do you get thoughts in your mind that you want to write about?
कभी कभी तो सवेरे 3 बजे नींद खुल जाती है, तो थॉट्स तभी से शुरू हो जाते हैं, एंड देन आई कांट स्लीप, एंड देन आई एम अप एट 6:37, आई फिनिश ऑल माय मॉर्निंग चोर्स, एंड आई बैठ जाती हूँ with my phone and my notes. I love the notes feature of my phone because
Uh-huh.
it's very convenient. Anywhere I can sit and I can start writing.
तो
So
आई थिंक ये
these
कीड़ा हम
small
सबके लिए
things
होता है.
these small things usually, like, you don't need to sit and write. You just need something quick. Like,
Right,
it comes very fast, the thoughts come very fast sometimes, and you just
right.
want to get it down before you lose it.
Yeah, I think हम लोग सबके लिए ऐसा कीड़ा रहता है. Because I have got so many times people asking me that when and how do you do it? How many hours in a day do you have to do so many things that you do, right? तो मेनी टाइम्स ऐसा होता है कि थिएटर में बैठा होता हूँ, कोई मूवी देख रहा होता हूँ, मूवी में कोई डायलॉग ऐसा आता है दैट टचेस योर हार्ट एंड आई
Exactly,
ओपन अप
yes.
माय फोन एंड आई स्टार्ट टाइपिंग. I just
Yeah.
write like a one liner or two liner so that I don't forget what the gist of that thing
The
was.
thought, yeah, right, you need to get
Yeah,
that thought down on paper or
yeah,
somewhere. Yeah.
exactly. And that may come anytime, anywhere, right? एक और मैंने एक बार रेडियो शो किया था. It was called People Watching. Have you heard about that concept, people watching?
I have heard about it, but not too much.
So the people watching concept is that, and you will realize how many times you would have done this also. Um, if you're going somewhere, you're walking in the park, you're in a theater, you're sitting in a restaurant, it may be in any kind of an occasion where you see certain people and form certain opinions.
Mm-hmm.
कि इनकी नई नई शादी हुई होगी, ये बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड होंगे, ये भाई बहन होंगे, ये शायद अभी अभी माँ बाप से झगड़ के आए हैं, या इनके घर में मेहमान आए होंगे, इनको बाहर भेज दिया होगा घूमने के लिए. So many thoughts come, right, which may be not connected at all with the people that you're thinking about.
Maybe it's not even correct, like maybe it's not even true.
Exactly. You see, I go walking in the park, right? Black Hill Regional Park में walk कर रहा हूँ, hiking कर रहा हूँ. I see 4 men coming over, and my mind goes like, इनकी बीवियों ने बोला होगा तुम लोग 4 दोस्तों जाके घूम के आओ, तुम लोग घर पे. हम लोग खाना बना रहे, तुम लोग यार तुम यहाँ से मत रहो, तुम लोग जाओ घूम के आओ.
Leave us alone.
Yeah, leave us alone kind of thing, right? So the people watching is one of those kind of activity where also we uh,
You
uh,
get a lot of inspiration through that. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
you can write so many things about people watching, right?
Exactly, exactly.
कि कोई कोई
रोज
बैठे
एक
हुए
कहानी बन सकती है. You can write
इतनी
a
कहानी
story
बन
every single day.
exactly, exactly. It's like you see an old couple sitting in a restaurant or something, and then you say, "Oh, such a lovely couple. They must be married for 40 plus years, 20, 30 plus years, or whatever." And da 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 da.
उतार
And then the
चढ़ाव
waiter,
देखे होंगे लाइफ में.
हाँ, और waiter आके बोलता है, "नहीं, they are the lovers. They just met here." So it's the people watching kind of thought. So when those thoughts come, you just basically take it and write it, and then expand on it whenever you get some time.
Whenever, yeah, exactly. And sometimes, like, it comes bana banaya aata hai. I feel like somebody else is dictating it to me, because I'm like, I can't believe I wrote this. I myself can't believe that I have written something like this.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's definitely like an inspirational thing, and it's so much fun. Like, you're constantly entertained by everything, and there is always ideas roaming around. People keep asking me, how do you write so much? Why do you write so much? I'm like, और कोई चारा नहीं है. Something has come in my head, now I have to get it down somewhere.
Yeah. Exactly. So tell me, how did Aloo Paratha come along in the same kind of journey?
That was actually it was a very long process, as in, like, what it started out as was the relationship that I saw, like, between my children and their grandparents. Like,
Mhm.
all the cute things that happen in the day to day life, like kaise saath mein book pad rahe hain, they go for walks together. And my dad and my daughter, they used to watch Sesame Street.
Hmm.
एल्मो का प्रोग्राम देखते थे दोनों साथ में, and दोनों इतनी मस्ती करते थे, and they would play board games together. So I wanted to bring that out first. But then, like, and then during that time, I was struggling with making aloo paratha, I guess, because it's a process making it, right? Like, you don't just get it in the first attempt. You have to try, everything needs to be a certain way. So I kind of just combined these two things. And I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
how cool would that be ki dadaji sikha rahe hain, to his granddaughter how to cook aloo paratha. And in that he mentions, oh, I learned this from your dadi, she taught me everything. And then, like, and I wanted, how do I start the story? There needs to be a conflict in the story. So the conflict is that, Mira is angry with her friend.
Mhm.
Her friend is very dominating, which is another typical thing you will see in kids. This is something that I observe watching kids outside, like, a typical jhagda yahi hota hai. I want to be what I want to be, and everybody needs to listen to me. So there is
Mhm.
a leader and there are followers. So
Mhm.
typical jo jhagde. So I wanted to show that. And then I take her, like, how Dadaji takes her in. Okay, how he doesn't immediately say don't talk about it or anything. He just lightly distracts her, says chalo hum aloo paratha banate hain. Let's make your favorite dish. And then as he starts making, as they peel the potatoes together, as they mash the potatoes together, as they do that, he's like, you're such an excellent student. See, so it's so great to be a student. You don't have to be a teacher all the time.
Yep.
So my story was limited up to this point. Then enters Aditi Vardhan Singh, my editor, and she's like, you need to show more.
Mm.
Like, you
Mm.
need to show a solution to this. Like, parents also want to see if the child faces this situation, क्या बच्चा हमेशा स्टूडेंट ही बना रहेगा,
Mm.
उसकी भी
Mm.
बारी आनी चाहिए, right? So
Mm.
then we took it like, okay, then as they both have this conversation, by the end Meera herself is like, we can take turns. That idea, that thought comes to the child's mind ki, let's take turns, like, I also want to learn, I'm sure my friend also wants to learn, so one day I'll be a teacher and she can be a student, one day she'll be a teacher and I can be a student. So we ended it like that,
Right.
and we
Right.
ended it on a happy note that they both are again chatting
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
end.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how this whole, it's like, it is a, it was it, I would say it was all a combined effort. And then my illustrator comes in, Noor Al Shalabi, amazing illustrator, she's so cool. Like, I just gave her some basics and I wanted to give her a little freedom in how she wants to portray it.
Mm.
एंड आई गेव हर सम, अच्छा इस पेज में ये होना चाहिए, इस पेज में होना चाहिए, किचन में ये आइटम्स, लाइक टिपिकल इंडियन फैमिली सेटिंग में क्या क्या आइटम्स होंगे, वो हल्दी का वो डब्बा, दैट मसाले वाला डब्बा, ऑल दो स्मॉल स्मॉल थिंग्स आई गेव हर. She just took it from there, and
Mm.
the illustrations came out so beautiful. Like, everybody who sees that book, they they can't praise enough about how good the illustrations look.
Right.
So it was a combined team effort, and it was an amazing experience.
Three cheers to you for doing that, for taking that step. Why did you think that you wanted to publish that book with that kind of a thought that came to you initially?
Because the story was, it just came out so cute. I was like, this
Mm.
story needs to be told,
Mm.
and this story needs to be published. And I have written many other stories, and I am in the process of trying to get them published too, because they have also come out well. But I was like, this, like, this, I think the kids will really identify with this, parents will identify with this, because these are the typical situations and typical fights that they will see in their kids life, right?
Mm.
So I really felt that this was a message that needs to be, बातें करो, conversations, talk with each other, talk with your children, talk with your grandparents, talk with your aunt, uncle, जो भी है. There is no problem in this world that can't be solved just by talking about it.
Right.
So that
Right.
is the message I wanted to send. I felt like this was an important message, and it was hard because there is a certain financial investment involved when you're self-publishing. What I did was I published it myself through a Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP. So there
Okay.
is you have to pay for the illustrator, you have to pay for the editors. So there is a certain financial investment. That was the scare. That was the challenge, if you ask
Right.
me, to convince myself that okay, this is worth it. I should
So
do this.
did you have to make a minimal commitment of the number of copies and things like that on the publishing side?
No, so this the way it works is, I say, it was not like a number of copies. It is like, as they order, it is on demand.
Oh, okay. So
Basically,
they
the print
print it
on
on.
demand. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
जैसे people keep ordering, they will keep printing and they will send the copies.
Oh, okay.
So that's how
Okay.
it works.
Okay.
There is no commitment or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, they do take the KDP takes a certain portion of the royalty. And usi tarah, like, I also went through Ingram Spark for hardcover
Hmm.
edition. So
Mhm.
hardcover edition, mainly the reason you go through is if you want it in the libraries, if you want it in like a store like Barnes and Noble, which
Correct.
actually happened. The Barnes and Noble in Ellicott City, they bought a few copies of my book. I
Wow.
got to go there. I got to do a book reading, and वहाँ के सारे copies जो भी उन्होंने खरीदे थे वो सारे बिक गए उधर ही.
Lovely,
So
lovely,
people are
lovely.
buying, people are really enjoying, and they are wanting to buy this book.
That's awesome. So, through KDP, when you're doing it, you basically send them the digital version of what you're looking for,
Yes,
and then they whatever they're printing out. I'm asking you this question because anyone who may be interested in getting into publishing their thoughts, you can be a motivator for them, right? You can be the
definitely. And
inspiration
I
for
can
them.
also guide them to the right person if they
Mhm.
like I have talked to a few people who have expressed interest about it, and I have told them. See, the thing is, the biggest roadblock comes is when it comes to financial investment.
Hmm.
Once you get over that roadblock, then it's like, relatively smooth smelling. The only thing you need to like find the right people.
Right,
You need to
right,
find the right guidance, somebody who would be worth what you spend money
right,
on, and
right.
who would like go over and up out,
Yeah,
what they are required to do.
yeah. So
So yeah,
same thing.
definitely I can guide them. I can give them I can suggest a few people if they
Yeah.
are interested in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Because many people love writing. They may have thoughts on how to proceed, but they may not know really how to go about publishing their books and their thoughts.
Yeah,
And they
because
always
it
think it's a
requires a
big,
very specific, like, very specific style. Everything needs to be perfectly done. So
yeah.
the margins and this and that, there's a lot of technical aspects to it.
So you can
So
start your own consulting practice on how to
I
help
am
people.
nowhere close to that. I am telling you, मैं एकदम ही newbie हूँ. Like, I myself, I'm still learning. I went in, Aditi guided me through it. She told me, यहाँ पे ये दबाओ, वहाँ पे वो दबाओ. मैं बस click करती गई.
Okay, okay.
I basically followed her blindly. So
But
I
very
am
soon
nowhere
you will be
close to
there.
starting.
Very soon you will be there. Very soon you will be
I
there,
hope
and
so. I hope so.
you can become the Aditi for many other Rajivs out there.
Yeah. Yeah, or
And
I can gently guide you towards her.
no, 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 no. Gently just guide me through the process as such, Sangeeta. Maybe let's use me as your first client before you launch off your consulting career in publishing book. क्योंकि जिंदगी में कौन से रास्ते कैसे खुलते जाते हैं कुछ पता नहीं चलता
पता
है
नहीं
कहाँ
चलता.
से कौन
Yeah,
सी अपॉर्चुनिटी
definitely.
आती है पता नहीं चलता है
I believe in that.
या सो कपिल शर्मा बोलता है लोगों को अपने शो में कि कैसा लगा आपको कपिल के शो में आके मैं तुम्हें बोलूंगा कि कैसा लगा एक मोटिवेशनल आइडिया पाके ताकि फ्यूचर में आप कह सको कि इस शो से आइडिया आया था और देखो
Yeah,
मेरा
yeah, yeah.
करियर कहाँ कहाँ पहुंच गया
He put the this in it. Yeah, roots in it.
Yeah, so Chitra is asking, and I'll just give her the little background. What are we talking about this afternoon? Just joined the show. So, Chitra, thank you so much for joining the show, first of all. Second, Sangeeta has become the author. About a year back, she published a book called Alu Paratha. So,
Meera
I
makes
want
aloo
to,
paratha.
huh?
Meera makes aloo paratha.
Meera makes Alu Paratha. And we are talking about her journey about publishing her stories, this particular story, and the future stories that she's writing, and getting the guidance on how about going and publishing books if you are into writing as such. So that's the gist of what we are talking, Chitra. So continue to join in. And Sangeeta, another question: the motivational things that you talk and you write about on Facebook in the mornings and things like that, do you think it that has the inspiration of becoming into a book or something?
फिलहाल तो ऐसा कोई प्लान है नहीं, but अगर like if that's what destiny wants, that might happen on its own. But right now at this point, it's more like, it's आप बोलते हो ना कीड़ा. That
Huh.
thing is there in my head. The thought is there in my head. It has to find an outlet. So I'm actually really enjoying doing this right now. On Instagram में भी post करती हूँ, Facebook में post करती हूँ. So it is a very nice way, and I think it is more like practice. Writing is a skill. Like, the more you write, the better you get at it. So now even the little stories that you see me writing, short fiction, it's
Mhm.
basically I'm trying to practice. मैंने इतने सारे बुक्स पढ़े हैं, देयर सम अमेजिंग ऑथर्स आई हैव गॉन थ्रू, लाइक हाउ द वे दे राइट, द वे दे डिस्क्राइब सेंसरी डिटेल्स, द वे दे डिस्क्राइब, लाइक हम सोचते भी नहीं है वो कि ये सब हो रहा है, व्हाट वी आर हियरिंग, व्हाट वी आर सीइंग, व्हाट लाइक व्हाट इज हैपनिंग अराउंड अस, एक पिंक कर्टन कहीं फ्लोट कर रहा है, स्टफ लाइक दैट, so I'm practicing on that, so that when eventually I get to write more books, like more chapter books and novel style books, I want more details in the book.
Okay, okay.
Picture book is a much shorter version, usme fatafat, like message you just put and then you come out of it. It's
Yeah.
easier. I mean, I won't say it's easier, it's that's a different kind of
Yeah,
challenge.
nothing is easy. Yeah,
That's nothing is easy. That's
yeah,
a different kind of challenge. But
yeah.
here, like when you have a big, you need like 40,000 words, 50,000 words in a book, so there's a lot of details you need to add, and it needs to be interesting. I have
Right.
read good
Yeah,
books, I have read not so good books. Like halfway there, like, you lose interest because of the
yeah.
way it is written. So I'm working on that. So at this point, though, वैसे कुछ plan है नहीं, but you never know. With life, you never know.
So, what would be the genre of writing that the people will recognize you as the author?
Children's book.
Okay, okay,
फिलहाल तो children's book. I have an early chapter book in the work. I have one middle grade level book. So right now I am all into children's book. Someday maybe some women oriented grown up book may come on
lovely.
the way. We'll
So
see.
you have a. I know that over last 1 year since the book got published, and happy birthday for the
Thank you.
finishing of the first year. You have done number of promotions on the book, gone through, as you said, Barnes and Nobles and other places to continue to promote the book. You have another promotional event coming up very
This
shortly, right? So
Yes,
tell us
actually,
about that.
this Saturday there is this place called the Village Center. It's a village center in Columbia, Maryland, and it is basically, it's a very unique concept. They are a spa, and they also run a family center, wellness center. So basically, you can get your massages, you can get your, the typical things that happen in a spa, and they have a family center where, like, if you don't have a babysitter for your kids, you can actually, there is a family center where you can bring your kids along, and you have like educators there who will sit with you, who will sit with your kids while you get your work done,
Yep.
stuff like
Okay.
that. So
Yeah.
I am going to do a book reading this
Okay.
Saturday at the village center from 11 to 1. So basically the idea is we'll be reading from the book for the kids, so it's a family event. So we'll be reading for the kids, and I have planned some art activity for the kids after the reading of the book. And then we are going to, like, people can interact with me, we can talk about how my writing journey has been, and like जैसे आप questions पूछ रहे हैं, they can ask me in person. And
Uh-huh.
if they happen to have happened to buy my book online, they could bring it there and I could do a book signing for them, sign their
Awesome.
book for them. So it's going to
Awesome.
be like a combined family event this
Wow.
Saturday.
A huge celebrity moment of book signing and everything. That's
सेलिब्रिटी का तो पता नहीं, 4-5 लोग आ गए तो बस है.
सेलिब्रिटी भी कहीं से शुरू हुए थे, 4-5 लोगों से ही शुरू हुए थे
I
और
know,
कहीं
yeah.
पहुँच जाते हैं। तो शुरुआत तो कहीं न कहीं से तो होती ही होती है, संगीता। And
Yeah.
then you get to that status, and then I will save the screenshot and say Sangeeta was on my show.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Sangeeta. And I know that you have the similar passion into singing also. And
Yes.
you enjoy singing. You sing in every opportunity that you get. You have competed number of times on Indian Idol show as well as other platforms. तो हम उस opportunity को कैसे जाने दें कि आपके को show पे बुलाएं और आपका गाना न सुने.
Okay. So I prepared one the song गीता दत्त जी का एक song मैंने prepare किया है इसके लिए, येलो में हरी पिया, that song. So let me just do a little setup.
Yeah, the Chitra is saying the best part. You are taking baby steps to your dream.
Definitely, baby steps is the way to go. Thank you, Chitra ji.
और संगीता अभी इस प्रोग्राम के बाद शी इज गोइंग टू वर्क एंड आई जस्ट ग्रैब्ड हर हाफ आवर to come on this show and talk to us. So, Sangeeta, thank you so much for doing that. I know you're getting ready to go to work, and we just took your lunch hour to talk to us on this show.
No, no, absolutely. I love the fact that, I'm here. Thank you so much for having me.
No, you're welcome.
रूठ गए जी, ये भी कोई बात है। नए नए दो नैन मिले हैं, नई मुलाकात है, मिलते ही तुम रूठ गए जी, ये भी कोई बात है। जाओ जी माफ किया, तू ही मेरा मीत रे, काहे का झगड़ा वालम, नई नई प्रीत रे, ये लो मैं हारी पिया। हुई तिहारी संग चलो जी, हुई तिहारी संग चलो जी, भैया मेरी थाम के, बनी बलम किस्मत की डोरी, संग तेरे नाम के। हुई तिहारी संग चलो जी, भैया मेरी थाम के, बनी बलम किस्मत की डोरी, संग तेरे नाम के। लड़ते ही लड़ते मौसम जाए नहीं बीत रे, काहे का झगड़ा वालम, नई नई प्रीत रे, ये लो मैं हारी पिया। थैंक यू चित्रा जी। चले किधर को बोलो बाबा, चले किधर को बोलो बाबा, सपनों को लौट के, हाय राम जी रह नहीं जाए दिल मेरा टूट के। चले किधर को बोलो बाबा, सपनों को लौट के, हाय राम जी रह नहीं जाए दिल मेरा टूट के। ये लो मैं हारी पिया, हुई तेरी जीत रे, काहे का झगड़ा वालम, नई नई प्रीत रे, ये लो मैं हारी पिया।
काहे का झगड़ा बालम नई नई प्रीत रे। यानी कि जब प्रीत पुरानी होती जाएगी तब झगड़ा कर लेना, जितना करना है अभी मत करो। यू आर स्टिल ऑन म्यूट संगीता।
राइट, सॉरी।
तो अभी-अभी नया नई-नई प्रीत लगी है तो ना झगड़ा करो, बाद में तो मैं ही कर लूँगी या तुम ही कर लेना।
बाद में तो लाइफ, पूरी लाइफ झगड़ा करनी ही है अपने को।
मेरी पन बची हुई है। आर-पार मूवी का बहुत ही प्यारा-सा गीत है, ये गीता दत्त की आवाज़ में मजरू सुल्तानपुरी के शायद लिरिक्स थे
या
और उनकी नैयर का संगीत था इस मूवी का। और अ, जो गुरुदत्त जी के डायरेक्शन में बनी थी ये मूवी और
इट्स
उन्होंने
वेरी ब्यूटीफुल सॉन्ग, और दोनों, वो दोनों ही एक्ट भी कर रहे थे, गुरुदत्त जी भी थे उसमें
हाँ,
गाने में।
एग्ज़ैक्टली उन्होंने डायरेक्ट भी की थी, एक्ट भी किया था, ब्यूटीफुल सॉन्ग एंड आवर खुशकिस्मती कि सिंगर एंड राइटर संगीता हमारे साथ जुड़ी हुई हैं आज के शो में, तो उनके लेखनी के बारे में बात हो चुकी और गाना भी सुन चुके हम। और संगीता एक क्वेश्चन है जैसा कि अपने लिखने के पैशन को आपने बुक में कन्वर्ट किया, अपने गाने के पैशन को आप क्या कोई वीडियो, म्यूज़िक या एल्बम में कन्वर्ट करने की सोच रही हैं?
नहीं, वैसा तो कुछ है नहीं अभी। लाइक लाइफ इज वेरी हेक्टिक एज इट इज, सो आई डोंट हैव द एनर्जी राइट नाउ टू गेट इनटू अनदर थिंग, बट या, लाइक आई लव सिंगिंग, so I'm singing all the time, so any opportunity that I get. In fact, this Sunday there is a Diwali event happening in Miller Branch Library, Harvard County Miller Branch Library, so I'm going to be there singing there too. It is an organization, Indian Cultural of Association, Harvard County.
ओके,
Neeti Srivastav ji, she is organizing that event, so I'll be going there to sing. So any opportunity I get, कोई भी मुझे बुला लेता, बस आके गा दो, I'm ready. मैं
That's
जाके गा के
awesome.
आ
That's
जाती हूँ।
all the
फिलहाल
best for
दैट्स ऑल।
that. No, all the best and all the best for all the competitions also that you participate in. I know new events may be coming up in the near future also. हमारा मैं तो बेसमेंट में गाता हूँ, मेरी बेसमेंट की दीवारें क्रैक हो चुकी हैं, बेचारी परेशान हो चुकी हैं, मेरे गाने
नहीं,
सुन-सुन
नहीं,
के।
बहुत एन्जॉय कर रही हैं। आपकी बेसमेंट की दीवारें, आई विश आई कुड टॉक टू देम। उसको एक अलग ही स्टोरी बनेगी।
वो आके कहेगी बचाओ इसकी आवाज़ से मेरे को बचाओ, तंग कर रखा है मेरे को इसने। बेचारी बेज़ुबान है, मुझे रोक भी नहीं सकती, निकल के मेरे को गले को पकड़ भी नहीं सकती तो
वही तो मजा है ना दीवारों का, बेचारे कहीं जा नहीं सकते तो एटलीस्ट कोई तो सुन ले।
हाँ, तो उनमें दरार आने शुरू हो गई है, तो फाउंडेशन खराब हो रही है घर की। परंतु संगीता, thank you so much for joining us on the Suno Audio platform today. It was a pleasure talking to you, wishing you all the best for Mira makes aloo paratha, and all the best for this weekend, Saturday's event in Colombia that you're doing, the book reading event, and all the best for Sunday's Howard County singing event. एक तरफ लेखनी, एक तरफ
एक तरफ गाना,
संगीत,
यस,
पूरा
बिजी
वीकेंड
वीकेंड।
आपका busy होने वाला है. Fulfilling all your passion this weekend. So I wish you all the very best. Thank you for taking out time to come and join us on this show.
थैंक यू
और
सो मच, रियली इट मीन्स अ लॉट टू कम टू दिस शो। मैं आपके बहुत सारे शोज मैंने देखे हैं एंड आई वाज लाइक किसी दिन वन डे आई विल बी देयर।
I'm glad and I'm honored that you came on the show and wishing you all the best. और सभी सुनने वालों को अगर किसी को भी लेखनी का शौक है, अगर जानना चाहते हैं कि अपनी बुक कैसे पब्लिश करें, do the self publishing, you can get the guidance from Sangeeta. I'm sure she will be very happy to guide you through whatever little or more she knows. And Sangeeta, very soon I may be coming to you also writing about my stories and my thoughts about my life.
डेफिनेटली, डेफिनेटली, या।
So thank you so much and have a wonderful afternoon. Enjoy your afternoon. आप सबसे फिर मुलाकात होगी कभी आने वाले हफ्तों में कुछ नए टॉपिक के साथ. तब तक के लिए अपना ख्याल रखिए. Signing off, RJ Rajiv along with Sangeetha Narayan.
थैंक यू सो मच, बाय।
Bye.